Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Widgets and Wonders, my show about great products from small companies. Now today I'm going to show off some NeoPrene scoring zones compatible with Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Age of Sigmar that are made by Muse On Minis. Now I've used lots of Muse On Minis accessories for a bunch of different games. I've used their buildings and MDF stuff for both Infinity and the Batman Gotham City game. I've played lots of War Machine games on their old NeoPrene scoring zones. And in fact, I've repurposed their old green and red scoring zones for lots of games of Age of Sigmar you've seen in the past. And used like a lot of their accessories in a lot of my battle reports. So they were kind enough to offer me a set of scoring zones of my own design, and I decided I was going to make a set again for Age of Sigmar and 40k that were fairly unobtrusive. They do have my logo plastered all over them, so if you're not into like product placement, then that's not for you. But if you're into product placement and you like the GMG design, then here's a set of 6 scoring zones for Age of Sigmar and 6 for 40k, 12-inch zones for AoS, and the 40mm base with a 3-inch bubble around it for 40k, compatible with those games. So let's take a look at them, and you can check out the designs. I scribbled some stuff on a napkin, and they made these beautiful designs, so I like them to be fairly unobtrusive and look like they fit the board. Mostly, but then with the logo kind of superimposed on top. So let's take a look at them and see them with some miniatures on top, and you can see the designs that they came up with. So here's the 40k zones with some models for scale. We got some Horus Heresy Marines, a Leviathan Dread, and a Rhino, just to give you an idea of the size. They've been up some like deck plating. The idea here that you've kind of got like silo hatches or something like that with the GMG logo on it. And you can see there's even the outline of the 40mm base if you do want to specifically fight over a very old Epic Imperial Knight model, then you can. You get a set of 6 of these, which is enough for all of the current missions in the current chapter approved pack, the Grand Tournament format pack, and I liked them because they just look like additional techie things on top of the mat, with the, of course, exception of the logo itself, and yeah, and it's a complete set. So in the past, I've had to cobble together zone sets from other games. This is just a ready-to-go set, and it's available from Muse. And then I made another one here for Age of Sigmar. And I like this one, I think, the most of the two. It's just kind of got this sort of, I don't know, Mayan calendar kind of vibe to it. Like it's a piece of Old One technology, you know what I mean? We got a crashed Old One starship here. And it looks really good in particular on this Gurish Highlands mat. I think it blends really nicely, and it's a full 12-inch zone with the logo on it. Now, whether or not you play a lot of Age of Sigmar, I think that having a scoring zone that kind of like disappears into the dirt is, I don't know, it's my favorite. It's my favorite way to do it, and I love these scoring zones because they let you basically know who's in range of objective and not without interrupting the ebb and flow of the game. If you're touching it, you're in. If you're entirely inside, you're entirely inside, and otherwise you're fighting for the zone. So it's funny because if you asked me 10 years ago if fighting in circles and pushing buttons was going to be the thing you did in Warhammer, I probably would have said no, but here we are. I won't have to use not Age of Sigmar, I won't have to use War Machine zones anymore for my AoS games. I can use AoS zones for AoS games, and this pack of 6 is again available from Muse. So there we go. There's lots of other stuff, of course, on their site as well. But if you're interested in some GMG zones, and I get asked about them enough, it was super kind of them to make them to my sort of like scribbled like design notes and throw the logo on them, and they are available right now. So you have some cool scoring zones compatible with Warhammer 40,000 and of course Warhammer Age of Sigmar from Muse On Minis. Big thanks to them for doing the logoed content. I thought it was super cool. And if you are after some of these, of course, I'll link it all below so you can check it out. It should be available to order right now. I think it might be cool. I don't know if they would do a version of it where the logo like just is decolorized. Like if you just pulled the color out and made it transparent so you could just kind of see like the outline of it on the zones. Tell me if you think that'd be popular too. Obviously, that would be something that'd be available in the future, maybe not right now, but I like the logo, but it also feels very like NASCAR to me. And because I hate shameless promotion, I don't know if maybe people would like that better. So tell me in the comments what you think. I'm super excited about them. I'll have them lots of battle reports in the future, so you can check them out. And until next time, I'm Ash. Have a great night. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming. Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My 2 kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them. If you want to support me continue to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death Ray Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements like Last Days, Gamma Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.